to do it. He said, listen, brother, you know we want to do this. After a while, he loved you. He said, my, I'd like to be like my minister. You can't go down there and take a wild game right out of the jungles and then come up here. You have to tie him up to bring him up to your house. Then when you get him up to your house, then it's time now for him to destroy everybody. Yeah? So. Now, main thing I want you to see in this minister is that you have to first train your followers. As the Holy One teaches the messenger how to train his followers, how to go about the resurrection of the dead. And Abraham's, request there for the knowledge from God how to give life to the dead. He said, you take 4 birds and you train them to follow you. They first to train them to follow you. And then place each bird, one on this mountain, one on that mountain, and then call them. And they all will come reply to you. Because you train them to follow you. Right? It's the way to get the dead to rise, train them to follow you. Right? This is the lesson there that the lesson wants to teach you how to resurrect the people. They are dead and they are divine. Go there, messenger, and teach them first how to follow you. Train them to follow. You see? And when you train them, then whenever you call for them, they will come. I go anywhere in the country, I call for you, you come. Right? Because you see these things now made manifest. I train you to follow me. I give you my attention. And I show you my love and respect as a brother. And you love me for that. And everywhere that I go, you would like to be along with me. Because I'm your brother. And I love you and you love me. Right? So these things we must remember to do. Each minister must do that. Each captain must help the minister to train the followers to do just that. To follow and obey the minister. No big eyes and big U's. All of us look just brothers. So that is the good old way for us to progress. Do that, brothers. Yes. Don't never minister go behind the captain, telling the truth. Unless he has fired the captain. Now, I didn't tell him to tell you this, I didn't. Now he did this, he should not have done this. He's always doing something other without my permission. Now you running the fruit. Understand? You're making that fruit turtle. How are you going to pick another one out of that same fruit now? He will be the same. You see? You go to the captain. Call your captain, say, here, captain, you told the troops to go drill, but they should not have drill on such things. And you should have brought this to my attention, brother captain, so that they should not have said things that I didn't desire that they do. Then you're in the captain talking. The troops don't even hear you. But if you're going to stand before the troops and go to arguing right there before the troops, I know why the troops going to obey you. Either one of you. They can't obey you, either one of you then. Then here come one of the troops whispering to the captain, saying the minister don't like him. And one going to the minister saying the captain don't like the minister. Then you got nothing in the world but trouble, right? So always take a man aside. Talk to him. If that's your lady, you take him and dress him up here by yourself, so that his followers won't hear what you say to him. And then you both can get along. And then if he starts to ask you something that you think might bring about dispute before the fruit, you tell him, Brother Captain, will you just delay this until that we have more time? You and I will meet together on this 36 time. Brother Captain, that's okay, Brother Captain? Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. I don't care how you brain inside. You don't show that before the truth. Oh, you don't talk a lot. Because you don't want to spoil them. Now, all of this we have here before us today is to make a better go and a more successful stride towards converting our people for the next 6 months before this election. We want to do all we can because I don't know what they might do. They might try to stop us because it's in the book. Now, hypocrites. I want you to remember this here. Hypocrites. You must not allow no hypocrite to hang around in your temple. When you see a hypocrite or one getting weak, let him go. If you don't have nobody left but you and the minister, Brother Captain, bring that weak one before the minister and tell the minister, listen, or tell the minister, here I have a name of one here that don't cooperate. He don't look like this, that he's with us. And what to say about it? And ministers tell the captain put him out. Or bring him before you and let you listen to him. And learn to understand the hypocrite. Learn to know them by their actions, their talk. Study them. Because they'll eat you up now. You'll have a house full before you know it, and when you know anything, well, they'll be throwing you out too. So don't tolerate with a hypocrite. Watch for that, captain. The captain is the eye for that. Watch to see if there is any hypocrisy brewing in the temple. You must do that. And any one of you think that you have anything to say about that as far as the hypocrites is concerned, you can stand. Yes.
come out and going outside and told everybody to do this. He used to be the place is what I mean. And at that time, all of the members of this little organization came back after the police dismissed the crowd. And they had the lines and the races and everything like that. They sang them all out and they used all kind of language against and they stood and so then the police circled the block and came back and they dismissed and we didn't see a difference when we went back. But I got the sentence. I witnessed the sentence on Sunday. When I got the sentence Sunday morning, which is 75 miles away, when we opened the door, we go in.
You think Mr. Thomas bring you to a point,
Someone had dropped a firebomb inside the mail slot of the mosque there, and the entire bomb burned up. The first of the church, all the mosque, but they burned it. And so that's
Alaikum salam.
I'd like to mention this is something significant. Yesterday, one of the leaders of the citizens representative government came down to the bar, told me that someone had called him in Harlem. He told that they would get ready that evening to pay the government a station. And they had a big time in the great city and Elizabeth. Now they're going to cover the palace and they're going to kill themselves white people. They say there's time that we kill white people, so that's on the program. And they now was trying to talk to your leader, that Jones nigga. And I couldn't get him to say he was out of town, but he next man was telling you, so we're going to be up there, so it's all about in the theater. So he says to you that he pulled Jones nigga. Let him know that must not be a Muslim, because Muslim people that they're not. So he came running to the bar, and all this is there, and alerted the police department and all, and get back to the guard there. So he asked me would I come up to their office and publicly state that that's not us. So I went up there and he called in all of the Muslim prayers. And I read him some of the information he had given me about the feudalism of using bricks and bottles to try to accomplish an end, and also showed him how your program is out to better and that you out to achieve success in the nation. So they took that, but the embarrassed that, and I can testify that they are trying to use this, as this particular person said, to embarrass Muslims, and to embarrass the Muslims. Put this blame on the Muslims and call the government to try to crush the Muslims as a rebellious element in the government. And he can see this coming up. So he wanted to state it clearly because he knows the Muslim program is not for him.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, the time is getting very late. I can't hear everything that you have to say, but you can write and put it in my hand. But this is one reason that I'm meeting with you. And I tell you that I don't know what will happen after this election. We want to do the best we can now. You know what happened here in up in Massachusetts. Springfield. Yeah, you know what happened, don't you, brother? And brother, where's the other brother? No. Was it you? Yes, Brother Lewis. Now you see, brother ministers, what happened up there was only just a trap set to try to get started at us. It was not aimed at nobody but us. And here in this city, Dixmoor, they claim a Muslim there, he was a black Muslim, that he was in, but they never called the name. You see, these only just traps to try to see if they can get you started. You see, the NAACP and the rest of them been fighting around, you know, and clashing with the police and been getting their head beat up or something. Now they want to try to get us started. They think if they can get us started, they will get some results, because they think that the Muslim will bring trouble on the country if they can get us fighting. I'm well aware of that, and some old Muslims who have been among us for years and gone out and been coming in and out the temple for years, see, they tell them these things. They know that we have power behind. You get the Muslim out, bound you white people beat up and kill up the Muslim. Man, if we can ever get them started, man, we get this. See, they talk like that. Okay. Now, I was listening to this over the radio, talking about that there was a black Muslim, and that one person claimed that they talked with another. I said, well, I was saying with him, I said, why don't you tell his name? You see. See, as long as they are throwing out little fluid stuff like that, I don't say much. But wait until they go and actually charge you. This was Lewis. He said so and so and so, and he did so and so. Then we have, but as long as they said that it was one of them, well, who was it? You see, this is the thing. They're just trying to get you started. You see, they'll say that the Muslim fighting over there in order for you to run, to try to aid them. You see, his trap set it. We know when our people is actually talking and doing. We know from the sound of it. Yes, sir. We know each other. So don't be upset over this. This is all traps to try to get you. See, we are making progress. The devil sit in the meeting and he listen to what we say, and he see all the people. When I say, "Are you with me?" to see them, all the hands go. That's exciting to him. So my God, he said, "Oh, they're all with it." Well, as I was looking for that little piece in the funny section of the magazine, what name is it? Esquire. It's in there. He have me sitting in the midst of all nothing but devils there. I forget what page it's on, but you'll find it. With my face on, and with a man look, they made him to look kind of sort of like the God, and he pointed right straight in my face. These niggers, speaking broken, French, these fellas. Well, he have a big N there, capital N, meaning this nigger, Well, don't spell to me, but he says, this fella here, he says, he give us the bad name. He gives us the bad name. We must liquidate this fella, he says. And if we, I think, yeah, he said, then we will have a glorious future for ourselves if we can get liquidate this fella, you see. And he had me sitting there, right in the middle, no other original is there, just me. And so when brother secretary brought it to me, he brought a couple more of the magazine, Esquire. And I thought I had the little piece in my pocket. I intend to bring it out here to show you. They are planning, as the Holy One teaches, that they plan. Never did we send a messenger what the chief did not plan against him to take his life. But Allah say He plans too. Yes, sir. And He is always the best of plans. And I'm not afraid, but I have told you all this while. I know the hopes. What they're up for. I know that when they go to war, that they're going to want to get me first, so that I don't get you away from them. You see, now, if they could get rid of me, they would have a glorious future. I wouldn't interfere with their future, because they figure they could make you follow them. But this nigger, he says, he knows us. That's what. This nigga, he gives us the bad name, and nobody gonna follow us if he keeps telling the people we devils. Well, I'm going to keep doing just that. And he won't be able to bother me, nor you. I don't have, unless it pleases Allah, I don't have God with me in a vision. I didn't meet him in a vision. I met him in the flesh and in the blood. And he told me to tell them, don't try and put that small time stuff over on, he just said us, but he meant himself, on us today. He said, we've been knowing that for a long, long old time. He said, you won't be able to do it this time. He said, they won't kill no more. That they had killed the last messenger. And the Bible and the Holy Quran teach you that Muhammad got through. Bible said the Lamb got through, right? Bible said Elijah got through, right? So we don't worry about these. Let them plan. The beast was very angry with the woman, but yet they had prepared a place for her, right? I am happy myself. I'm like David. Though they declare war on me, he says, I won't be afraid. 10,000 of them rise up, yeah, I won't fear. Well, Allah is with me, and he's with my followers. He likes for them to make a plunge at you sometimes, so he can get a chance to hit some of them. But now, don't you make a plunge at the devil to try that. Don't tempt God. Do the best you can to stay out of it. Yes. So, these are the things. Now, if there is too much talk going on about the hypocrites, if there is anything that you all have to say about that, you can say. If there is not enough, that's all right. We'll do more. But I tell you, nursing a hypocrite is like nursing a snake. Yes, sir. It's like nursing a snake. I don't care who it is, if it's your wife, if it's your mother or your father. When they turn hypocrites, they're just like a snake to you. And the Holy Quran give you a good example of Abraham. They tell you that Abraham's father didn't believe. And there was entity rose up between Abraham and his father. Think of it. And Abraham told his father, he says, there is entity and hatred has appeared between you and me until you believe in Allah as I believe. Believe in him. And that was the end of it. So in this day and time, the judgment of a world and the separation of the world, good in that world, to destroy that world, we are lucky to be able to see. And if God make one an enemy to the other, regardless to how close he is to you and me, we must just leave him go. Just don't have nothing to do with him. I don't say go kill him. No, I don't say that. If he can take what Allah going to put on, that'll be enough, brother, and too much. I don't care. I would go kill my son and my grandson because they deviated from me. No. I know what he's going to meet. He will wish that I had killed him. To suffer what Allah going to put on him. Allah, when he chastised my brother used to lie down at my feet many times, tell me, take my knife, cut his throat. Cut my throat. I said, please. He said, cut my throat. I said, for what? He says, get me out of this. He said, just go ahead and cut my throat. I said, no, brother. I says, I have no right to cut your throat. No. And the Bible and the Quran both teach you that Allah won't let nobody kill him. No, that'll take them out of the misery. And he wants to suffer. Let them suffer. So I don't worry. He told me to leave them to him. He said, I will fix them all together. So I'm not particular about you. When you could turn hypocrite, you just gone from me. I'm certainly not going to give you no trouble if you don't give me any. Yes. But the hypocrite is never satisfied of going out to themselves. They want to come back because they don't have nobody to Allah says in Holy Quran, He said they will never have a true friend. He makes it hard for them to have a friend because He is offered His friendship to them, and they left Him. So then they never have no true friend. And He appoints for them, He says, a devil for their companion. I was so surprised when Malcolm returned talking about he couldn't see that the white man. I said, good God Almighty. I said, that man stood up there before the devil and taught him hard as I did after, and then I come right talking about he can't believe. I believe everybody. I ate out of the plate with them. I said to myself, that's what got the devil won you. Eating out of their plate with him. I wouldn't eat out of the plate with him, no. Well, we just forget about it, God. As I said, the Holy One don't allow us to kill them. And so we just leave them to Allah. He will take care of it. If He forgive them, that's all right. I will forgive them. Yes, sir. Yes, brother. Yes, brother.
Washington, D.C.
Yes, brother.
And I believe the situation with our papers is that we have allowed leaders to tell us how many papers that they will take. And some have pledged 15, 20, 25, and so on. And now the situation has come where you have about 4 or 5 of them who are taking 150 and maybe 2 instead of 200, and the others just hold back, hoping that the papers will go before they get to the mob. And we wind up with 500 and 600 papers out of 8,000 that we're only taking with over 90-some others. Something like that.
Well, I tell you what, Walaikum Salam. I tell you, Brother Captain, something like this that I just said a while ago. We don't fight them because they won't sell them, and that we don't give them time, but we can take them in question to themselves and just say, just what is your excuse? They say, well, I just don't feel how I have. Just what is your excuse? If they don't have a good excuse, say, did not you accept Islam to help get it over to your people? That's what you asked. Did not you come in here to help? You didn't come in here to sit down, did you? We have not risen up all the dead. Some of your people out there still dead. So would not you help to save the life of your own people? And the only way to save it is to get them this knowledge. Then they will be here like you and me. Then he said, well, what do you want to do to help? See, that can be an alternative. You see. But if there is no alternative, I said we can say, you go back home and think it over.
Yes, sir.
We could dismiss them out of the temple for indefinite time. For something like that, and it would not be, we could not be charged with sending them away just because that they would not sell a paper. Or trying to classify them as being disbelievers. They always is not said disbelievers, but they are just lazy. They don't want to do nothing. So you could set them down back home and tell them, say, you stay home until that you feel like working a little for the day. You could do that. But I said they're not always disbelievers. And then sometimes they're real hypocrites. They don't want to do anything to help aid the cause. And then in that way you will find. If he don't come back, then you know that it was no good. But if he comes back, returns, you know, and says, I will do it. Now says, all right, then go prove it. I'll give you 30 days to prove it. In Class C, you do that. And then that you'll make better people out of it. Yes, brother. Thank you.
Also, dear Pastor, I would like to mention that the basic part of the question has been answered. I would like to make the statement that there has been quite a bit of disunity between the positions there.
Well, I can't take up this kind of problems at the present time
Yes, sir.
because we'll be here till 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
It's 4:30 now. And I can't take up this. We've been here 4 hours and a half. I was here 2 minutes to 12.
Thank you, sir.